Hello, everybody. Welcome to Make It Monday here on Birdsnest Designs. My name is Denise Cox, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Trail, British Columbia, Canada. Good morning, Tina. Today I am here to share with you a brand new sketch challenge for our weekly creative challenge. Hi, Kathy. And I'm also here to introduce you to a brand new bundle that I'll be featuring all week long. And this one is from the new Mini Catalog, which we can all order from now, which is super exciting. So we'll be sharing that in just a moment. Do you guys have a favorite? Do you guys have a favorite product from the new catalog? I don't know if I can pick just one. If you do, leave me a comment. Let me know which one is your favorite. So, hello, Lisa from Wisconsin. Welcome. Today's I do want to point out, well, I forgot my cards way over here. I do want to remind you that there are only 4 days left to register for Creatively Hatched Card Club. This month features the Autumn Leaves bundle. This is one of my favorites. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it is one of my favorites. So these are the 4 cards that you'll create in the Creatively Hatched Card Club. Okay, and this one's a bit of a fun fold. So you have until September 15th to register to become part of that club. Your subscription will start the day that you register, and you can start and stop at any time. So you can subscribe today, get the September kit, and then just keep it going every month. The same time you will get charged your club fee. This is available to anybody in Canada, so they can be shipped straight across the country. And done in the comfort of your own home. So it's a perfect club to get started on your fall and upcoming holiday card making. All right, so I'm not seeing any favorites in the comments. Maybe you guys don't have a favorite yet. So I'm going to share with you this week's featured product bundle. So we are going to be using the Rustic Crate. Okay, so this was one that just really stuck out for me. It's really cool, and there's some really great dies that come in the bundle as well. So today we're going to be talking about my weekly creative challenge sketch, which let me just pop that up right here in the screen. So this is the sketch for this week. Okay, it's a nice and simple sketch. Take it and flip it around, play with it, do whatever it is you want. Just do your own interpretation of this sketch. And then head on over to Birdsnest Designs Facebook page and post it underneath in the comments where I'm going to post this sketch picture after our video today. So I love to see participation. I love to see all of the creativity that you guys all have and sharing it. It's so much fun to see. All right, so I have a brand new host code. I'm going to pop that up here across the bottom of the screen. So this one is just starting now, right there. If you order $50 or more using that host code this week up until the 15th of September, you're going to get the Rustic Crate Cards by Mail free card class, 6 cards that you get to create. And you get those for free just with placing an order through my online store. So it's $50 before shipping or tax, and I will get those off to you next week early. So tune in tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time, and I'm going to create, we're going to do that free class. So I'm going to create the 3 cards, and then when you place your order, I will mail those to you the following week. Okay, I'm excited to do this card today. Are you guys excited to do some stamping? I feel like it's been a long time, even though I was just live it is Monday, on Friday. It does feel like it's been a while. So I am going to just turn the camera down right now. There we go. Okay, I'm going to leave that host code up there for a little bit. Make sure to jot that down. So the mini catalog, is where we'll find the Rustic Crate bundle. And I've got it tagged here so I can point it out for you. So it's on page 46. Here in Canada, the bundle is $67.50. There's lots of great samples done with this bundle. Lots of good ideas. And today we're going to have fun and create some more. What I really liked about this stamp set was that it can kind of be for so many different occasions. We have poinsettias here. We've got the pumpkins and sunflowers and the corn. We've got just some plants that could be used all year round. So there's lots of really great options. And tomorrow, if you tune in at 4, we're going to create a really great card, or 3 really great cards, but one of them is going to use the crate bundle, or of course it's going to use the crate bundle, the crate dies. So that's this die here that you see. We're actually going to make a crate, kind of like what they've done right here. So join me tomorrow at 4 p.m. to get more ideas for the Rustic Crate. And I've got this one here to tag too, because I'm going to share another product out of the annual catalog that you may have overlooked as we go through today's video. So let's remember that this is the sketch. If it's going to let me show it here. Okay, so here is the sketch for this week. Now keep that in mind as we create today. I am going to flip this sketch today, and we're going to make a landscape card. So that's the beauty of a sketch. It's really just to get your creative juices flowing and, you know, get started with an idea. So today's color combination, we're going to use some bright Daffodil Delight, some Pebbled Path, which I think makes a great combination, the two of those. We're going to throw in some Pool Party, and we've got some Wood Grain here, which is from the All About Autumn 6x6 Designer Series paper. This is the back. Sorry, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but somehow it's still ringing. Sorry about that, you guys. I don't even know how I can get that to go away. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here is the foil back side of that paper. Now, right now, this paper is currently sold out, but it is due back this week. So it might even be later today. If you are waiting to get this beautiful paper, then you shouldn't have to wait too much longer, okay? We're going to throw in some Pebbled Path textured ribbon. I love this stuff. We've got some Luster specialty paper in Pebbled Path. Can you guys see the sparkle and shine in that? It's really fun. And then we've got some crumb cake we're going to add in, and then of course some basic white to do some stamping and such on it. Okay. First thing I want to share with you, actually we're going to set those aside. We're not going to do that first. Let's go ahead and just start building our cards. So we've got Daffodil Delight here. This is just a standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored in half at 4 1/4. And we're going to go ahead and burnish that with our bone folder. Okay. Daffodil Delight is such a beautiful color, and I tend to use it a lot in both the summer and the fall because it just kind of brightens everything up, and it's just such a pretty color. Okay, the next thing I want to do is we're going to take our Pebbled Path cardstock, and I will give you the measurements if I can find my ruler here. There it is. Okay, so Pebbled Path cardstock, if you want to make a card just like this, is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And then our Designer Series paper, which is going to layer on top of that, is 5 inches by 3 3/4. So we're going to go ahead and attach those two together. And then we're going to go ahead and just add them on to the front of the card. No, we're not. I want to add my ribbon first. Okay, first we want to add that ribbon across. So let's not put that on the card yet. We want to make sure the ribbon is all where it needs to be. So I want to add some sparkle and shine. So we're going to use this beautiful luster paper. Can you guys, I hope you can see the sparkle in that. It's really fun. It's not like glitter paper or glimmer paper. It's just got this luster in it. It's just really, really pretty. So this comes in 12 by 12, and it comes in all 5 of the current in colors, the 23, 25 in colors. So we're going to go ahead and just add that straight across like this. Okay. This product is in the annual catalog. If you guys are wondering where to find it, I can point that one out to you too when we bring that catalog in just a bit. Okay, so we've got that straight across our designer paper. Then we're going to go ahead and add the ribbon. So I'm going to grab some tear tape here. And we're just going to put the ribbon directly below, because now I want to add some texture to this card. So we're going to flip it over and just put this tear tape along the back. Oh, I'm so glad you can see the shimmer, Tina. Sometimes I don't know what you can see in this cameras, right? It's hard. I wish I could stamp in person with all of you instead of just on video, but this is this is what we have. So I'm just glad that you can see that shimmer. Okay, so we cut that off. So here, oh, there we go. So there we have the start of our card. So when you looked at the sketch, if you see that again, you can see that I've got the designer paper there, kind of where that grid paper is. I've got the strip across the middle. But we're, like I said, we're doing a landscape card, whereas that sketch is a portrait. So I'll just put a bit of adhesive. I'll tear off, oops. I'll tear off the back of the tear. Oh, maybe I will. What the heck's happening? There we go. There we go. And then we're going to attach that to the front of the card. Okay, so there we have, isn't that looks, I love that already. I think it looks super cute. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this die cut. This is from the Scallop Contours, and I mentioned before, this is Pool Party. And we're gonna attach that to the card, but let's do our stamping first. So I'm going to use, I'm trying to decide whether I want to use Pebbled Path or Early Espresso. I think the difference is going to be that the Early Espresso is going to be more bold lines when we stamp our pumpkin images, whereas the Pebbled Path is going to be a more subtle kind of blended look. So I think what I did my sample using Pebbled Path. So I'm going to use Early Espresso, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you them both side by side, and we'll see which one we like better. I think that'll be a good way. So I'm using the image with the pumpkins, the sunflowers, and the corn right here. And we're going to stamp them with Early Espresso. Right at the bottom of this piece of white paper, and I'll give you the measurement of this in just a sec. Then I'm going to ink it up again, and I'm going to stamp the sunflower and the corn portion right next. So I'm creating a whole line of those beautiful fall images. Okay. So this, let me give you the measurement before we get too far here. So this is 1 7/8 by 3 1/4, and it's going to fit perfectly in the center of this scallop die cut. So for now, what we'll do is we'll color this, and I'm using some really great fall colors to kind of tie all of the colors in our card so far together. So to start with, let's color our sunflowers. We're going to use Daffodil Delight. No, I lied. We're going to use Lemon Lolly. So I could use the Daffodil Delight for there, but I thought the Lemon Lolly was just a little bit brighter, and it still coordinates nicely the yellow that's on the front of the card base. So I'm just highlighting a few of the spots with the dark. And I'm just, basically what I do is I like to just go over the lines that Stampin' Up has already provided us in the images we're stamping. Especially when there's smaller images like this, not a lot of like big space. And then we'll do the third one over here. When you guys use your blends, if you use blends, do you use dark first or light? I know it's really a personal preference, and sometimes I do occasionally do the light first and then highlight with the dark, but most often I do it this way. I do the outline, like the highlight parts, and then I come back in with the light. So now we'll do the light part, and we'll just color in the rest of those petals. Now I can already tell you that the difference between using this Early Espresso ink as opposed to what I did on my sample to use the Pebbled Path is very different. So I can't wait to show you what that's going to look like. It's just one more option, different ways that you can use our tools to create totally different looks. Okay, so almost done the yellow here. Sunflowers are so pretty. And of course, sunflowers don't have to be, like these don't have to be sunflowers. They could be Gerber daisies. They could be so many different things. You could color them any color you wanted. But sunflowers are one of my favorites, sunflowers and white daisies. And so we're sticking with sunflowers for today's card. All right, then we're going to use Cajun Craze, and we're going to color the pumpkins. So again, I'm starting with the dark. I'm just highlighting around the edges of the pumpkin, just like Stampin' Up give us in this beautiful image. And then we'll do this one back here as well. Fall crafting, I'm sure you guys have heard me if you watch regularly. Fall crafting is my favorite. I love the colors and the images. It's just so much fun. Okay, there's the dark, and then we'll finish and we'll color that in with the light. Good morning, Bobby. Welcome. Nice to see you. Okay, so we'll color in this pumpkin. Try not to get the color on those leaves. Or the petals, I mean. Okay, so there's our pumpkins. Then we're going to use some wild wheat to color. Hello, Dawn. Welcome. To color our corn, our ears of corn here. So wild wheat is a perfect color for fall. I absolutely love this color. And if you join our video tomorrow, you're going to see more wild wheat in action. So as I mentioned before, I'll be live at 4 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow to do the free cards by mail card class using the Rustic Crate bundle. So join us live if you can, or catch the replay. If you're watching the replay of today's video too, say hello, let me know where you're from. I love knowing who I'm stamping with. Okay, so we've got our corn colored. Now we're going to color our, let's do the husks of the corn. So I'm going to use Mossy Meadow, another great color for fall. I was talking to my son the other day who lives up in Saskatchewan, and they were saying that they shucked, I can't remember how many they said, like, oh my gosh, hundreds of cobs of corn. And I thought, oh my goodness, so that just made me think of this as I'm sitting here coloring these few cobs. All right, so we've got that. Then we'll color in with the light. Isn't this a pretty stamped image, you guys? I think of the three in, well, I don't know. I was going to say I think it might be my favorite in that stamp, but I really love the plants in there too. The one with just the 4 plants side by side. Okay, so there is our corn. Now, I wanted to bring in a fun, different color to our color scheme. And so because we're doing paper crafting, we can make it anything we want, right? So we're going to make some pool party leaves for our pumpkins and our sunflowers. And that's going to tie in with that pool party scallop contour die we're going to use on the front of our card. And it just makes it a little bit extra fun. Do you guys do that, or do you kind of stick to the usual, like the expected, and would normally color your leaves green? It's fun to have fun with colors. Okay. And then we'll fill that in with the light, and then we're done the coloring portion. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Oh, thank you for letting me know it's your first one. Welcome, welcome. It's nice to have you here. So yes, today I go live 3 times a week. So Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific time and Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. I would love to have you join us. Okay, so here is our colored piece right here. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick that on to our scallop contours die. And remember, I sized this so it would fit perfectly in between these stitched lines on the die. Let me pull that up so you guys can see it a little closer. See that stitching and how that sits nicely in there? Okay, so now we'll go ahead and we'll get some dimensionals. Okay, they're all stuck together. So we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of our scallop here. Oh, I can't get that backing off. There we go. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we're going to stick that right kind of over top of this. Remember this little piece of ribbon that we cut off earlier? We're going to stick that through here and tie just a knot. I just want a little bit of extra texture and layers over here. So we'll just tie that in a cute little knot. And then we'll trim off some of the tails here. We don't need them to be that long. And then I'm going to show you guys a little tip. Okay, so there is that so far. This one might still be a little long. You just cut this to whatever length you want, however it looks nice to you. Okay, get rid of that. All right, so here's our card so far. Now we need to have a sentiment on the front. I always like my cards to have some kind of greeting or sentiment on the front. And so we could have stamped one of these on there, one of them from the Rustic Crate stamp set. But if you look at the dies, we have some really great dies, as I mentioned before. And in here, there is this cute little hello. So let's make that. That's what I thought. Let's make that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use adhesive sheets. So if you have already done them, then great. This might be a little refresher. Or if you haven't used them, be prepared to be blown away because your life is about to change when it comes to using intricate, thin little dies. So these adhesive sheets come in 6x12 size. And I've tagged the book. Let me just move that out of the way for a second. So on page 138 of the annual catalog or in my online store, you can find them right here, number 6. So they are adhesive sheets. You get 12 sheets, 6x12, so tons and tons of pieces. They're $15.75, and I'm going to show you how to use those. So that item code, if you want to order them, is 152334. Okay, so what you do is you cut your cardstock. So here we have a piece, I think it's about 1.5 by, I don't know, maybe 3 inches. I cut my adhesive sheet down to the same size, and then you're just going to peel off the backing. So we had already peeled off one side there, and we're just going to go ahead and stick this on one side of our cardstock. Now, of course, you could use this with designer series paper too. Just make sure you put this on the side of the designer paper you don't want to see. Okay, so now that you have that on there, what we're going to do is we're going to take our die. So this is a cute little hello die. And I'm going to pull in my little mini boss here, my nice boho blue one. I love this. The only thing that would make this one better, of course, is if it was pink. But the blue is pretty fancy too. So we're going to take our die and we're just going to stick it on top. So we're putting it on the cardstock side, not the side with the adhesive sheet. Okay. And then we're going to wheel that through nice and easily, trying to make it so it doesn't wiggle the table too much for you guys. Okay. So I'll pull this off. You can see on the back that it's pulled through. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull off the die. Okay. And of course, today that's stuck in there, which is not a big deal. I'm just going to take my take a pick tool and we'll turn it to the pokey side. And then we can just poke that out. This. Get rid of these little bits that we don't want. Okay. And then this is what's so lovely. We can now just take this backing off. Of course, it's probably going to challenge. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to peel that off. And now we have made our very own sticker. So this hello is just going to get stuck right on here. No fussy gluing or anything like that. It's just going to stick down perfectly because we used our adhesive sheets. Isn't that great? I love adhesive sheets. And so often I forget about them. And then as I'm trying to fussy glue all these little thin little lines, I remember. So I wanted to share that little tip with you today. They're definitely worth the investment. You get so many sheets. Okay, now of course our card needs some bling. So I'm going to go to my 2325 in color dots. These, you guys, are on low inventory. So if you have them on your wish list or you need to restock like I do, look at all of my blue and yellow are completely gone. Then you'll want to get those added to your cart real soon because they are on low inventory. So let's go ahead and take, oh, that's not the end I want. Where's my lid? There it is. I like to use my putty end when I'm taking off adhesive, or yeah, adhesive backed embellishments. So I'm going to slide and we're going to stick these on here. Now remember, this kind of goes with the sketch. The sketch had kind of suggestions as to where to put some little bling by the circles, and I'll show you the sketch again here real quick. So there is the front of our card. Now, of course, we need to do something on the inside. We don't want to have a naked inside of our card. So I'm going to stamp the pumpkin image again, using the Early Espresso down here in the left corner. I'm not going to color it because I think it's nice just the way it is. And because it's a hello card, I can use this for any occasion. So I'm going to leave a sentiment out of the inside. And that way I can, you know, stamp something in there down the road when I'm ready to give this card out. You could stamp happy birthday, thinking of you, or you could just write a nice heartfelt message inside too. So we'll stick that inside our Daffodil Delight card, like that. What do you guys think? Do you like that? Do you like the color combination? Is it something that you would have chosen yourself, or is it a new one for you? And it's okay if you don't like it too. Let me know if that's really not your style, the colors, but I think they're really fun. It's just a little bit of a different twist with that pool party Daffodil Delight and Pebbled Path. So now let me show you the other one. This is my sample one right here. And on this one, I stamped the images in Pebbled Path before I colored them. So I don't know if you guys can see that. And on the one we did today, I used Early Espresso. So can you see the difference? I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up quite the same. But with the Early Espresso right here, everything is a little more crisp, a little darker. This one, it's more subtle, and it's almost as though the lines sort of got blended into the coloring. So if you can see them, which one do you like better? For me, I think I do actually like the Early Espresso better, just because it's more crisp color. All right. Let me, I'm going to flip the screen back. Actually, I'm going to pop up the sketch. Let's show you the sketch again. So there is the sketch, and if I was to show you that, and then if you imagine it spun on its side, this is the card that we've created. So we used that sketch and we created a fun fall card. All right, so thank you guys so much for being here this morning and for stamping along with me. It's always great to see you in the comments and to start our week on a Monday off together. If you are interested in getting the Rustic Crate bundle, or even just the snap set, although you will want the bundle, I'm telling you, it's really great. Then you can order that through my online store. Use this host code right here. If your order is over $50, I'm going to send you a free Cards by Mail 6-card class, all featuring the Rustic Crate bundle. So join me live tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific time, and we're going to go through that free class together. I'm going to make all 3 cards in front of you. And then when you place your order using this host code right here, I am going to send you those 6 cards absolutely free. And they can go across Canada. So anywhere in Canada, you can participate in this free class. Oh, Donna can't decide which one. I know they are really both pretty. They both have a very different effect. So it's kind of a personal preference, but it's okay to like them both too. All right. So one more time, don't forget, if you are interested in joining my monthly club from anywhere in Canada, again, it's Creatively Hatched. Here's the link. You just need to go to my website, createwithbirdsnest.ca, classes, and then Creatively Hatched. All of the information is there for you, including a sneak peek of the pictures of the cards that we'll be creating this month. You have until the 15th of the month to get registered for that. And it is a subscription. So when you subscribe, you're just going to get billed every month on the same date until you tell it to stop. Okay. So it's really easy. You don't have to remember to hit deadlines or worry about missing deadlines. And you're always going to get the newest club class. All right. Thank you, everybody, so very much for being here. It was so nice to see you all. I hope to see you back tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. Pacific time. And I wish you all a wonderful day. I hope that you do something a little crafty today, something maybe relaxing, and enjoy some of the weather we're having. Although I just looked out the window directly above me, and it's looking like it's clouding over here in Trail. So if you have sunshine and nice warm weather, then get outside and enjoy some if you can. And I will see you guys all tomorrow afternoon. Cheers.